In late January 2026, Turkey faced a powerful nature disaster as an intense storm system brought extreme weather, torrential rainfall, and widespread flash flooding to multiple cities and provinces. Across western and southern regions, unprecedented rainfall overwhelmed drainage systems, forcing emergency responses and disrupting daily life. The Turkish State Meteorological Service issued severe weather warnings for heavy rain and thunderstorms well in advance. By January 29, 2026, parts of the Aegean coast and Mediterranean regions were inundated, with urban streets turning into rivers and critical infrastructure struggling to cope with rising waters. In Izmir, one of Turkey's largest cities, the storm intensified throughout the day before reaching peak severity in the evening hours. Central districts including Buca, Konak, Karabalar, and Bornova were struck by sustained heavy rain, with rainfall measured between 60 and 80 millimeters in just a few hours. Local officials described the deluge as among the strongest in recent memory. Flash floods transformed residential streets and main thoroughfares into flowing waterways. Vehicles were submerged up to their roofs, and transport routes were cut off as drivers were forced to abandon their cars amid rising water. Emergency crews responded repeatedly to trapped motorists in floodwaters, pulling several people to safety as conditions worsened. Municipal authorities in Izmir confirmed that the region's sewer and drainage systems were quickly overwhelmed by the sheer volume of rainfall, leading to widespread street flooding and inundation of commercial properties. Sewers overflowed in neighborhoods like Yenisehir, turning roadways into standing lakes that impeded movement and transport. Turkey Today lightning strikes during the storm further crippled essential services when a major pumping station was hit, cutting water supply to 3 districts, Bornova, Karşıyaka, and Chile. Repair crews worked continuously through the night to restore service to tens of thousands of residents affected by the outage. Further south, heavy rainfall and flooding also impacted the provinces of Adana and Mersin, as forewarned by the General Directorate of Meteorology. Both cities reported severe inundation, with cemeteries submerged, streams breaching their banks, and neighborhoods turning into lakes within hours of rising waters. In Mersin, the Mezitli River and the Tesi River overflowed into surrounding urban areas, forcing road closures and leaving major boulevards submerged. Gazi Mustafa Kemal Boulevard was temporarily shut to traffic as floodwaters rose rapidly, sweeping away vehicles and stranding drivers. Daily life across these regions was significantly disrupted. Roads across the affected cities were rendered impassable, with some roads closed to all traffic for safety due to sudden flash flooding. Schools, businesses, and public services faced closures or partial suspensions as authorities urged residents to stay indoors. Emergency services, including fire brigades, municipal rescue teams, and civil protection units, were mobilized at an unprecedented scale. In Izmir alone, police and first responders worked through the night assisting with evacuations, water rescues, and urgent safety operations in flood-affected zones. According to preliminary reports, multiple people were rescued from rising floodwaters, including motorists and pedestrians caught unawares by the rapid onset of the storm. At least 4 individuals were pulled to safety by emergency crews in Izmir after becoming trapped in their vehicles.